Today we're going to be checking out Barack Obama, the man who single-handedly tried to destroy the American Constitution. Without wasting your time, let's get to it.
John McCain, in the presidential debate of October 16th, on the kinds of judges he would nominate to the Supreme Court, quote, "I will find the best people in the United States of America who have a history of strict adherence to the Constitution and not legislating from the bench," close quote. Barack Obama, during the same debate. If a woman is out there trying to raise a family, trying to support her family, and is being treated unfairly, then the court has to stand up if nobody else will. And that's the kind of judge I want.
That's
close
unconstrained.
quote.
That somehow or other there are people with the judicial robes on who can just decide these things ad hoc, which among other things would mean we would no longer really have law. You would discover, once you got into the courtroom in front of the judge, you would then discover what the decision is, but you'd have no clue beforehand.
So that would, a full embrace of the unconstrained vision, which Barack Obama seems intent on, would overturn the fundamental basis of American law, which is a nation of laws, not of men.
Absolutely.
It would be a nation of law, of men, of judges.
Yes.
All right. September of this year, the Rasmussen polling company asked this question: should the Supreme Court make decisions based on what's written in the Constitution and legal precedents, or should it be guided mostly by a sense of fairness and justice? Close quote. 82% of McCain supporters said the Supreme Court should base its decisions on the Constitution. 29% of Obama supporters agree. 11% of McCain supporters said the Supreme Court should make its decisions on fairness. 49% of Obama supporters said that it should.
Fairness.
Now, here's the question. You've said McCain constrained, Obama unconstrained. But what this would seem to indicate, this polling data, that this is not just a debate taking place among politicians or American elites. It's reached very deep into the American public.
Oh, absolutely.
49% of Americans think the Supreme Court should...
Of Obama supporters.
49% of Obama supporters, exactly, say so does that startle you? Does it alarm you?
It doesn't startle me, it depresses me. But, this has been going on for a long time. People complain about a court decision on the basis that...
of emotions.
That they wish it
feelings.
turned out differently. But that isn't the judge's job. There was a wonderful case, and I wish I could remember the title of it, which Clarence Thomas said that he really agreed with the position taken by one of the litigants in the case, but that he wasn't there to decide that issue. He was there to decide what did the law say, and the law said otherwise, and so he voted against them. You see the same thing in Oliver Wendell Holmes, where in a number of cases he makes very cutting disparagements of one of the litigants in the case, and then votes in favor of him because I'm not here to decide what the merit is. And one of his decisions, he said, "I am not at liberty to discuss the justice of the act."
You're there to go by the books.
The act is what it is.
Exactly.
And once I know what that is, that's the decision I have to make.
Well, then, if you see, one more question here. You write, "The unconstrained vision," again I'm quoting you, "has tended historically toward creating more equalized economic and social conditions in society, even if the means chosen implied great inequality in the right to decide such issues and choose such means," close quote. Inequality in the right to decide issues. Does that tell us why the left in the United States seems so much more comfortable with having courts make social policy?
Oh, absolutely.
That's what's going on.
Absolutely. That they want equality of outcomes, and they will choose how to make the outcomes equal. But they don't want equality of choice on the part of the people themselves. Many of the liberals say that they're for the family because they're for creating all kinds of goodies to give to families, but they want to take away the family's fundamental function, which is making decisions for members of the family itself, particularly the younger members who aren't yet grown.
John McCain.
I wonder how old this video is. Yeah, guys, if you know, let me know how old this video is, because it's like this man was predicting things that would be occurring in the future without even knowing. Nowadays, people are too caught up in their feelings and their emotions that they believe the law should be the same way. But if the law is unconstrained, then how would it be objective, I understand that in both arguments, there are pros and cons. But always attaching the law or what the judge is supposed to do, if you attach that to your feelings and your emotions all the time, you cannot really be objective. I mean, that's what the law is for, unless you don't want to go by the law. But also there are cases where there are some situations that might not have been, should I say, registered or written in the Constitution, where in these cases you can use moral constructs to be decisive. But those are really small cases. At this point, we've seen it all, so everything should be should be by the books. I'm hoping we've seen it all, so everything should be by the books. But yeah, I understand what Thomas Sowell was saying here about Obama's choice of choosing people to make these decisions. Like, Obama's choice was unconstrained, and I do agree that it was, because what it's going to do is, if I'm wrong, then I could make up reasons why I could be right, and the other person, if they were wrong, they could also make up reasons why they are right. So it's better that everybody goes by the book, so we can be as objective as possible, even though now the justice system is becoming weaponized more and more. That's another discussion for another day. Let me know what you think of that topic, and if you want us to talk more about it, feel free to share in the comment section. That being said, have a wonderful day. Peace.